Hi, this is Sven at Manticore Arms, and today we're going to show you how to install an ELSA SIG 556 safety lever on the rifle. The first thing you'll notice here is we have our lower, and the safety is on safe. The upper has been removed. We've already checked it to make sure it's cleared, and the push pins have been pushed back in so you can lay it on its side here. We're going to be installing the left side safety, which is a safety that if you're a right-handed person, that's the best one for you. The same instructions would apply if you're installing the right-hand safety, and we'll go through that too. So first off, we've got our ELSA safety here. It's the paddle model, and the roll pin that comes with it. So your safety's installed, the existing safety, and there's a roll pin here. You can kind of see the ends of this one sticking out just a little bit, and it runs through. Get the angle here, and the light. Runs through this shaft right here. Now, an important thing to note is that you can see there's this notch in the back here of the shaft, and there's two detents here on this side. And you want to make sure that the safety lever's on safe, and you never take both safety levers off at the same time. If you take both safety levers off, what can happen is the shaft can either dislocate because the levers actually hold it in place, or the shaft can get misaligned, so theoretically you could install the levers on it at 180 degrees, which is something we obviously don't want as the rifle won't function properly. We should mention that if you aren't comfortable with this installation or you're not sure, it's best to take it to a qualified gunsmith who can install the parts for you. You'll see on this side we've already got a in the white Manticore Arms ELSA safety installed. It's in the safe position. You can notice that by this little arrow pointing towards the S. And when we look at this side, you can see the stock safety's got the little arrow point here pointing towards the S. So we'll get down to business here, grab a hammer, and remove the existing safety. I would recommend tapping it up from the bottom. It just seems to be the best way to do it, and it works a lot better for the installation of the ELSA too. You may also need to brace the lower. It's a little tricky just to get the camera angle. So you can see the pin fell out. Get our punch out here. Just to give you a quick view of how this works, you can see this shaft here is what it mounts on, and there's a hole in the bottom here, and there's where the cross pin goes. So all we're going to do now is take our ELSA safety lever, drop it on the shaft, and put it in the same position. We're going to take our fresh roll pin. We don't recommend reusing them as they get squished a little bit, and it can add a little wiggle into it just by the nature of the SIG design. Sometimes it's easy to start this pin in the safety before you get going, or you might be able to wiggle it in just a bit. We're going to see if we can get this going here by hand. Oops. Naturally, you can do this 100 times, and it's easy, and then the moment you gotta film it, you find the pin is magnetized and doesn't want to go. There we go. You can see I pushed it just a little bit in there by hand, and it got started. So we'll just start tapping. And the pin will kind of self-align to the hole if you're pretty close to it. It's a lot easier to do if you're not filming it. Anyhow, there, the safety lever's installed. So what we're going to do is check to make sure it's got positive clicks in both directions. You can hear the click and the click. You notice the lever's on safe. We'll check The lever on the opposite side is also unsafe, and they move together. And everything looks good. And that's the installation of the ELSA safety lever. If we're going to do it on the opposite side, note that the pin actually goes in here, and you'll tap it down. When you're installing the ELSA, we recommend you tap through the round side. Don't try and tap through here. It's hard to get the pin started, and you may ding it up a little bit. But basically, it's the same safety lever, just flipped over, and it'll mount. It's just like the SIG safety lever, which actually, when oriented this way, is the exact same part on both sides. So that's the ELSA safety installation, and thanks for watching.